Arm the Snake here. Are you the victim of forced tax slavery? Are you tired of the religious right-supporting neocon warlords and then trying to tell you what's moral? Tired of being forced to pay for violent dictators' vacations, all the while you can't afford one of your own? Then you need to call The Aftermath with Carlos Beltran and Jason Danger Snakearm every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and come see how we can help you free yourself and enjoy some great tunes while we're at it. Oh yeah, too hot to handle, too cold to hold, and the beat goes on.
The Caleb Leverett radio program is dedicated to debunking the delusional American mythology known as statism, which is merely the belief that the majority of human population must be controlled by psychotic, lying, cheating, stealing, murdering authoritarians known as politicians, whom most Americans despise and adore at the same time, which is nothing short of political Stockholm Syndrome. So if you're ready to unplug the cord from the back of your neck and enter into the realm of absolute truth, then join us live Mondays and Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Central at www.libertymovementradio.com.
Georgia. Hi, this is Willie Nelson. Alcohol prohibition didn't work in the 1920s, and marijuana prohibition isn't working today. It's time we stopped arresting responsible marijuana smokers. It's the fair thing to do.
For more information, contact NORML, the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. Call toll-free 888-67-NORML or visit their website at norml.org.
Hey guys and gals, you're listening to Liberty Movement Radio. My name is Chris Cantwell, host of the new show, The Brink of Bedlam. This is edgy, uncensored, paradigm-shattering talk radio that will make you want to laugh, cry, and go for your gun, all within a single 2-hour time slot. Make sure to check us out Saturdays from noon to 2 p.m. Eastern or on demand at brinkofbedlam.com. We tackle everything from politics to pornography, so give the kids a coloring book and join us on The Brink of Bedlam.
To be a Christian, the last time I checked Genesis 1:29, it says something about God giving all seed-bearing plants to humans, and the last time I checked, isn't marijuana one of those seed-bearing plants?
Give it up for marijuana! Yeah!
Woo! I've tried marijuana several times, and people keep telling me, just keep trying it until you find the right strand or breed or whatever, and I just hadn't found it. To be honest with you, I'm tired of trying it. I just don't like it. It's not my thing, but if it's your thing, I think more power to you. And people's opinions on what you put in your body, whether it's orally or in your lungs or in any other orifice on your body, is absolutely none of my business as long as it doesn't violate non-aggression principles. So that's just me. I know I'm strange. And trust me, where I'm from, I am looked at as extremely strange by most.
Peace and freedom. Okay, we're experiencing some technical difficulties with the stream. For those of you not aware, we are live streaming this event on libertymovementradio.com. So for those of you in the studio audience who've never heard of libertymovementradio.com, check it out. Caleb does a show there every Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 10 p.m. Myself, I do a show Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on LRN.FM. That's called the Rise Up Radio Show. There's podcasts as well for people to check that out at riseupradio.com. But we got a pretty exciting evening lined up. We're going to be hearing from Ronnie Reeferseed, none other than Ronnie Reeferseed. Mr. Reeferseed, that's all, you're done. Arrest this man. We're going to be hearing from him here in a little bit. We're also going to be hearing from Antonio Buehler, who's going to join us. Maybe we'll chat with Catherine Bleish of SovereignLiving.tv. She's here as well. We're going to be recording a segment for the Rise Up Radio Show called Movement Music with James Benefico over here lounging in the Ron Paul shirt. And then, of course, later this evening we'll be joined by none other than Liberty Rock and Roller Jordan Page, the Freedom Rage, got the train whistling. So that should definitely be pretty exciting. He's going to do an acoustic set for us here today. So, Caleb, why don't you tell the people a little bit about this event that's coming up on April 20th called Anarchy in the NYC. And, again, one of the things that we're doing here is a fundraiser. We're going to be doing an auction where we have some, what is that, 7.69 rounds?
7.62.
7.62?
By 39. I believe it's 7.62, but the SKS, or help me out, gun enthusiast, 7.62 by 39, fixed SKS and...
76239.
Fits SKS and
AK-47.
All right. I don't own an AK-47. I'd like to, but yeah, we're going to be auctioning that off. along with some shirts signed by Adam Kokesh we got up here, along with some Jordan Page CDs. And Antonio Buehler said he's gonna. Oh man, never mind. I can't do that. He's shaking his head. I'm in deep shit now. Oh man. No, fine. I'll do it. I'll auction off myself for. I'll go for 25 cents, 50 cents maybe on a date with you for.
He's auctioning a date here, ladies and gentlemen. There is a chip-in, too, on LibertyMovementRadio.com for those that are listening online.
Someone's going to have to prove to me that I'm wrong when I say libertarians are tight asses. Just prove me wrong. Go to Liberty Movement Radio. In fact, you've all got cell phones here. We all brag about technology and how this is going to promote, and the Levolution is going to go through that. Get on your cell phones, put a big plug for Liberty Movement Radio, that you're live at Brave New Books. You're waiting on Jordan Page to get done signing the T-shirts and women's breasts to get here. Just put a big plug out there. We need to raise some money for not just Antonio. I'm going to be real selfish here. I've got a whole lot of money tied up in this because I've got, I don't know if y'all were listening last night, I've got this obsession, and it's a disease. I give too damn much, and I don't know how to stop. And I've don't stop. Well, I have to stop because I've got, bills and I've got children to take care of. And John brought up about the 420 event in New York City. I just got a text. My normal co-host is none other than Ben Farmer, who is in Washington, D.C., the District of Criminals. Well, no, he's there, and I'm happy for him. He's applying for some kind of internship. I'll let him explain it. If we can get the phone call-in number, and if we're able to take calls, he's texting me right now. He's got an update, and, we always talk about don't believe the mainstream media and blah, blah, blah. We need to become the media. Well, we're becoming the media, and we're small, and I'm okay with being small. But, yeah, he's there going to give a live update to let us know what he has seen there in the District of Criminals. So,
I'm not sure where to find the number to call in. You'll have to cue me in on what we need to do there.
Let me message Proctor. Proctor. We need a number, Proctor.
The District of Criminals. We're here at Brave New Books. Of course, we have Harlan Dietrich. Are we going out through the speakers there?
You are. You're worldwide.
We're going out worldwide and deep in the underground. Brave New Books. So if you haven't had the opportunity yet, come on down to Brave New Bookstore. You can check them out online at bravenewbookstore.com. If you are in Central Texas, we urge you to get out here while the getting is good. Jordan Page will be down here to rock and roll. Speaking of Washington, D.C., who out in the audience thinks we should ban guns? String them up. So, there's a lot going on in the world today. Recently, the state of New York passed legislation through the Senate. I believe it hasn't gone through the House yet. That's apparently the strictest gun legislation to come out thus far. And essentially, in addition to requiring the registration of all firearms, it would actually ban semi-automatic rifles, and not just the future sale of semi-automatic rifles, but also there would be no grandfathering, meaning those who already possess semi-automatic rifles like an AR-15 or an AK-47 would have to apparently turn those firearms in. So that's a pretty serious measure to be taking place here in the history of modern America. Many people are aware what happens after populations are made to turn firearms in. Thankfully, this country is one, even though they're fake division of power and there's multiple states, and it seems like each one of them is just an administrative jurisdiction of the federal government these days, there are some states who the legislature and the governor still do hold to some respect for firearms rights and for the Second Amendment. And thankfully here in the state of Texas, I think it's a long shot, pun intended, for any police or law enforcement to engage in firearms confiscation. That's my belief, at least. I think that police officers would be met with fire, and many police officers, I would hope, would see reasonably that it's not in their best interest to go knocking on people's doors that aren't willing to give their firearms up, because it's not going to end nicely. And I don't know any amount that someone could get paid to go knock on someone's door and have a very high risk of losing their life. But some states there are going to be firearms turned in, and it's certainly not going to be a good prospect for the rest of us in this country if some of the population is disarmed that doesn't want to be disarmed. So it's definitely trying times, which is why we're encouraging people that are listening online. Everybody that's in this room already got they already got A+ in this category, but we're encouraging people to concentrate here in Central Texas. And for liberty activists that are struggling back at home or that feel alone and feel isolated and feel like they're the only libertarian in town, feel like they're surrounded by a bunch of neocons or a bunch of statist liberals that want to ban texting while driving and plastic bags. Wait a second. That's happening here. But we're encouraging people to move to Central Texas because there's great strength in numbers. Texas is a great state that still has a tiny bit of respect for certain rights. What? Was that a joke? But still, we do believe that the more the merrier, and the more people we have, the more community we have, the greater chance it is that we'll be able to create an environment where our liberties are respected. And I think that's part of the reason why Caleb moved down here.
Yeah, that's exactly why. And upon that, the one thing that in addition to things that I love about Austin is, I drive through San Angelo, and it's about the time of San Angelo. That is the last place that I see pump jacks and oil derricks and gas holes that I love to call these people who, just because they have the legal right to drill in people's backyards. By the time I leave San Angelo, and certainly by the time I get here, I'm sure there are problems in Austin, like he said, whoever, the governments are banning silly things like plastic bags and texting while driving bans. At least you don't have to put up with gas holes. And if you're not familiar with what a gas hole is, that's slang for an oil company who legally owns the mineral rights underneath many people's properties all in one big bunch, and goes and puts a drilling rig that has potential H2S poisoning and all other kinds of soil or land pollution. And I'm not against drilling, so if you're all new to this, I'm not against drilling. I've made a living on drilling rigs my entire life. I'm a Caterpillar diesel engine mechanic that serviced these drilling rigs as an independent for the last since I graduated high school in 1995. I just simply have a moral objection to putting these poisonous things so close to people's lands just because you can, because it's no big secret. Well, actually, it is a big secret. I just happen to be one of the voices about it. All you need in order to put an oil well in wherever the hell you want is water and poor people. Because I've noticed there's a trend in very wealthy neighborhoods. The people that own a bunch of these oil companies and the service companies, they're not only their primary homes, but their vacation homes, such as Horseshoe Bay, where I had the pleasure of just driving around. It's beautiful. It's pristine. They keep some of the power lines, like off in the lower ends. But for the most part, they've got an abundance of water. But one thing I've noticed they don't have an abundance of is poor people. They got an abundance of really, really wealthy people and all the little gas holes. And the place that I used to call home, you don't see oil wells in their backyard because they use that system to do what they do and say, screw you, little man, and we'll just hire. I won't get into too much detail on my personal stuff, but so of all the things that I'm grateful for being around Austin, other than the like-minded people, I know you got your problems, but at least you don't have to put up with the gas holes. That being said, if you are religious, pray to God that your favorite place, whether it's your home, your vacation home, your favorite spot, pray to God that natural resources such as oil, coal, natural gas are never discovered by greedy bastards because they will eat you alive. Make sure, I'm just giving advice, if you buy a piece of property, try your best to get the mineral rights as well and help your neighbors to do the same to protect yourselves. I'm getting just a little kind of emotional right now because not really, but it's very close to my heart about what has happened where I'm from. So anyway, let's get back to the happy stuff.
It's okay to get emotional. It makes for good radio.
Well, I do. I know, but I want to get back to that stuff. I mean, there's babies here and there's pregnant ladies here, and I think that's just fantastic. That's a celebration of life, and I just want to get back to the happy stuff. So
there are a lot of babies.
Yeah, there's a lot of looking back there. I mean, those kids are chilling. They got obviously awesome parents that aren't afraid to bring them to Brave New Books for all these. How many terrorists are here? About 50 or 60 or 100? Oh, look at all the terrorists. There's a bunch of and there's baby terrorists over there. Look at all the baby terrorists.
Why don't we hear from Austin's own Ronnie Reeferseed? I'm sorry, I mispronounced his name. Ronnie Reeferseed. Ronnie Reeferseed's going to share with us some of his lovely, eloquent prose, often about the New World Order, often against the city council criminals or the county commissioner criminals that like to throw him out, violate his civil liberties. But he keeps on coming back and he keeps on rocking. Ronnie Reeferseed. All right, let's plug that mic in. Will you hand me that cable that's down there to the left, Ronnie? Participatory.
On the left, you say.
Thanks, James. Hey, James, will you unplug that microphone cable right there that's there for Ronnie? Yeah, and hand it over to me. Thank you, sir.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
That's all right.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're setting up. We're on the fly. We are Grassroots Radio. Somewhat professional when we can be. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get a mic test here on old Reeferseed's microphone here.
I'm good with it. I think it's beautiful.
Oh, we're rocking. Go ahead and talk real quick for us.
Number nine. Okay. Yes. All right. Hey, we're talking about number 9. 9, 8, 7. 1, 2, 3. Hey.
All right, Reeferseed, what do you got?
Well, here's what I told those criminals at the Travis County Commissioner's Court today. Yes! I'm Ronnie Reeferseed. Shouting! Wake up, people. Impeach, convict, and remove the so-called President Peace Prize. He sacrificed 20 kids, Sandy Hook shooting. Stop the killing. Impeach, convict, remove, fast and furiously. Latino kids are killed. Now our duty, impeach, convict, and remove. Stop the killing. Hijack the treason. Save our Constitution. Lame scheme media prostitutes dead wrong. Citizens buying guns. Yes. Impeach, convict, remove. Now's the time. Stop the killing. Bring the troops home. It's no accident. Traitors never stop. Death penalty now. 20 kids sacrificed. Fast and furious. Latinos forever killed. It's no accident. Just say no. No more wars. Stop the killing. Fast and furiously. Impeach. Convict. Remove. Save our republic. Protect our Constitution. Wake up, people. Impeach. Convict. Remove. So-called president. So-called Peace Prize. Stop the treason. Save our republic. Protect our Constitution. Stop the killing. Unplug your television. Face reality now. Impeach. Convict. Remove. Wake up, people. Wake while we still can. Protect our Constitution fast and furiously. Stop killing Latinos. Impeach, convict, remove. Stop the killing. Face reality now. Defend our Constitution. Celebrate Founding Fathers. Save our Republic. Hijack the treason. Impeach, convict, and remove. So-called president. So-called Peace Prize. Stop the killing. Bring troops home. Fire the prostitutes. Unplug your television. Defend our Constitution. Impeach, convict, and remove. So-called president. So-called Peace Prize. Remember Dick Nixon? He won 49 states. Compare Watergate. Then, Fast and Furious now. Protect our Constitution. Impeach, convict, and remove. So-called president. So-called Peace Prize. Remember our Founding Fathers. Impeach, convict, and remove all government criminals. Both parties guilty. Demand no less. Impeach, convict, remove. Demopublicans and Republicrats. Both parties guilty. Fast and furiously face reality now. Save our world. Stop the killing. Bring troops home. Demand real change. Fast and furiously hijack their treason. Stop killing Latinos. Fast and furious. Was no accident. Still killing Latinos. Fast and furious. Still killing Latinos. Fast Face reality, people. Impeach, convict, and remove. Unplug your television, fire those prostitutes, and stop murdering babies worldwide now. No more wars. Impeach, convict, remove. So-called president, so-called peace prize. Stop their treason. Just say no. Save our republic. Defend our Constitution. Wake up, people. Do your duty. Fire the prostitutes. Impeach, convict, and remove. And by the way, Texan Attorney General Greg Abbott said it best. Go ahead. Go ahead, Travis County, City of Boston. Ban gun shows and foolishly waste untold taxpayer dollars defending your lame scheme media prostitute-driven half-baked scheme to disobey your oaths of office. Remember? You all swore to protect and defend our tyranny-shattering Constitution. And that, by the way, includes our precious Second Amendment that guarantees gun rights for citizens to buy and sell guns, magazines, etc. My first question for you all criminals, the Travis County Commissioner Court of Criminals, are you aware of how many of those kids sacrificed were shot and killed by so-called assault weapons? None. Number two, how many mass killers of late took uptake inhibitor prescription drugs like Prozac? Virtually all of them. Number three, how many were stoned on illegal hemp or marijuana? None. Okay, so that's not the problem, obviously. So, decriminalize hemp marijuana, help save our world, feed the future, liberate farmers, save family farms.
Reaper seed! Hold on, Ryan, we got a couple questions for you.
Hey.
So, tell us about the time that you were banned from Austin City Hall for like 6 months or something.
7 months, that's right. Well, good old Leffingwell, our so-called mayor, he heard me say, this is my name, Ronnie Reaper Seed.
That's his name. It says it on Facebook. I'm looking at it right now.
He's heard it many, many times, but one day he decided, well, I'm going to call the authorities over the sheriff, and they're gonna ban you. They're gonna leave you out of this room and ban you for a year.
Boo!
It lasted for 7 months, and now I'm back in there. But just the other month or so, a couple months ago, Judge Biscoe at the Travis County Commissioner's Court decided, well, he just didn't. Not only did he not like me to have my signs, but he just didn't like what I had to say about the Red Communist Chinese war on the unborn. They're in favor of that. They like killing babies. They're pro-abortion, and they didn't want to hear me. Of course, the Chinese delegation was sitting there in the office, and they weren't too happy about it, or sitting there in the audience. But that's what I had to say. And after then Judge Biscoe called over the thugs, the sheriffs or whatever, and they led me out of the room, and those Chinese communists, they were just clapping. They were so happy to see the oppression. And then I got right up in the paper, and they said the audience clapped. No, it wasn't the audience. It was that little group of Chinese communist thugs, the Chinese delegation who were sitting there, who clapped. Everybody else was stunned. They couldn't believe that Judge Biscoe was so idiotic to throw me out of the meeting because, it was my scheduled time to speak. I told them what I think about the Chinese ongoing, never before seen in human history, war on the unborn. If y'all don't know about it, there's no choice involved, people, ladies. No choice involved. They kill you, or they sterilize you, they kill the babies. It's horrific.
All right, it's a happy show tonight. Peace and freedom.
Peace. Thanks. All right, thank y'all.
Reaper Seed, Ronnie Reaper Seed. Yeah, Ronnie was banned for 7 months. So it'd be really nice if we had an attorney, if anybody knows any attorney that wants to do some pro bono work to sue the city and the county.
Yes, yeah, please. Because
they're just going to continue to do those kind of shenanigans. Tell us about the Odessa City Council that you're fleeing from.
Actually, they somewhat listen to reason. There was a proposed ban on texting while driving. There was about 80 people that showed up in favor of it about a year ago, November of 2011. There was 2 of us that showed up against it. I was the only one who spoke out against it. One of the council members proposed it. The mayor asked for a second. There was no second. It died on the table for lack of second, which really pissed off a bunch of really elites. But I was really pleased with it. There were both Republican and Democrat letters next to their name who did not second it at all whatsoever. So I was pleased about it. I really was.
Grassroots activism at its best.
But now I hear that some of my efforts were in vain. Yeah, at least you could drive around in Odessa and not have to worry about texting while driving, and some person in a blue costume coming and pulling you over and stealing your stuff and giving you a ransom note. But now I hear, and like I said, I don't know how many. There are obviously a lot more people here tonight than there were last night. Our friend Heather Fazio with Texans for Accountable Government. I was asking her about
Texas.
Now I guess the state says, well, screw all these little cities and all their bickering back and forth and all those little whiny little protesters that don't want laws. We'll just give a big old blanket cover. And what'd she say? Like 12 different bills are introduced by 12 different dudes or dudette chicks.
12 dudettes and dudes.
In order to restrict and essentially ban texting while driving on a state level, and that way it'll just make all the elites of all the little towns happy. And yes, it's kind of depressing. I keep wanting to talk about happy stuff. Why are we talking about? Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. It's government. It's always depressing.
Yep, coercion.
It depresses me. Even the minimalist of minimal governments depress me for some reason.
Yeah, well, even the minimalist of minimal governments still requires to take from people by force in order to exist. Taxation is a necessary component of even a republic requires taxation of the people in order to exist.
Yeah, taxation is theft. Taxation is theft. Taxation is theft. There's just no other way to look at it. Actually, for y'all the ones that don't know me, I've made YouTube videos for about the past, 3, 4, 5 months. I made a video about taxation. And I looked up 3 different sources just online, dictionary.com, merriam-webster.com, and wikipedia.com. And there's a variety of, they're all relatively the same, but they varied, but not one source ever said that taxation is voluntary. In fact, it's quite the opposite. All 3 of them unanimously agreed that it's completely involuntary, and there are always consequences to not paying taxes. Yeah. And taxes are imposed by governments, which to me are simply people who have just merely said, I declare that I'm your ruler because I've got a whole bunch of people that think that and believe that, and I'm the ruler, and they voted me, so I'm the opinion with the gun, so whatever I say goes, bitches. That's just how it is. And I just don't like that. I don't like guns pointed at me. I don't like being threatened. I can give away 10 times more that can ever be stolen from me. And that is a fact. I assure you.
Yep. Don't give the man your money if you can avoid it. But it's often difficult to avoid it because the man has big, scary guns, and they break people's doors down and take their property and take their freedom.
Oh, that only happens in the movies, John. That's not real.
Yeah, a lot of people fail to recognize the gun in the room and realize that many things, actually every single government edict actually is backed up by force and backed up by either genuine violence or the threat of violence, in which people are afraid of potential violence to be inflicted upon their person, so they go ahead and change their behavior. And I think it's a very fundamental flaw. And government in this country, people say it's the land of the free and the home of the brave, but ever since the get-go, government in this country has been all about a small group of privileged elites essentially creating monopolies over large geographic areas and asserting their will over everyone else and extracting taxes from everyone and essentially forcing everyone that lives within that geographical area that they claim dominion over to be tax slaves for the rest of their days. And that's how this country was settled. A lot of people say it was people that were coming over to the new land to find freedom from oppression in England, when in reality, those that settled America, it was a corporation that started it with the East India Company, but a lot of the people that originally set up the colonies were nothing more than elitist monopoly men, many of whom brought over indentured servants and slaves to start the cities and to start the colonies and the townships. And it only evolved from there all the way up to the U.S. Constitution, which essentially solidified many of those same principles, the idea that we should give a tiny group of people control over such a large geographic area and give them the sole monopoly on the ability to force people to do things against their will. So you see many of the same characters that started the original monopolies and land grants, that had monopoly power and the power to extract wealth from everyone else, and the power to control the land of everyone that lives within that geographic area, and the power to extract a property tax on that, which we're still extracting today. Those are the very same people, many of whom participated in the Constitutional Convention and drafted a document that would secure those powers for themselves, for their family, and for their cronies in perpetuity. And while they included a system of quote-unquote democratic government to allow the people to choose their own quote-unquote representatives, if you quickly look at who's been representatives since the beginning, outside of the Ron Paul types and Dennis Kucinich types, and what's his name, Congressman McFadden, I think, was a conspiracy theorist congressman, Democrat back in the 90s, who met an early death in a plane crash, mysteriously. Outside of that, it's been a small, tiny group of privileged people, none of whom I can recognize or relate to in the least bit. These are all people that think it's a noble thing to do to force people into servitude, or to force people to pay for foreign wars of aggression, or to force people to pay for things that they feel is immoral. And essentially that's the reason why I reject government altogether. I don't think government is a good tool at all to organize society. I think as communities we should and we ought to take it upon ourselves to participate in mutually beneficial voluntary associations in every opportunity we have to avoid participating in coercive institutions that we disagree with or that we find to be immoral. And I know it's difficult and it's scary sometimes to choose not to participate in the system, like to choose not to pay a certain tax or to try to avoid paying a tax or to try to cut people's hair or give people massages without first asking permission through the form of a license. But that's again why we're encouraging activists to form communities and to rely on one another for security, defense, and comfort. And I genuinely believe that we can overcome the fear that prevents us from genuinely living free and the fear that keeps us in this participating in this program by getting a bunch of people together, hanging out together, having beer together, talking philosophy together. And when one of us goes down, it's absolutely imperative that everyone else stand up alongside that person. And whenever we can do this in such a great magnitude, I believe we can create an environment where those that are violating our rights right now will one day respect our rights. Yeah, pizza freedom!
Hey, I've got a question. I've been watching your YouTube videos about at least 2 years now. You did one of your many speeches to the local Austin City Council, and when you first said, you pointed out the gun in the room. I have to be honest with you. I was just at the precipice. I was just starting to wake up. I didn't quite understand what that meant. Assume that I am not quite there yet. And what do you physically mean? What do you literally mean by the gun in the room?
Well, I was giving a speech to City Council. It was the first speech that I had given after myself. I was banned the same day that Ronnie was banned. I was banned for refusing to stop speaking to the mayor when he tried to prevent me from speaking on an item that would have given like hundreds of thousands of dollars to APD to buy tasers. This was when the mayor had arbitrarily changed the rules to limit people to only speaking on 3 items, because many of us would go and speak on 5 to 6. Clay Defoe would speak on about 2 dozen or so, or maybe more. So I was there after being banned. They lifted the ban, just as they did for Ronnie, except they lifted Ronnie's like 4 months after they lifted mine. He was more of a pest to them, I imagine, a gadfly. So I showed up to tell them why I come to speak to them and that I didn't appreciate them preventing me from speaking, and that I'm simply attempting to create a better world for my daughter, and they're interfering with the ideal environment that I would like to raise a child in. And I pointed out that they're nothing more than a false authority that's based on, quote-unquote, the gun in the room. And I actually pointed out, literally, there were probably about 8 guns in the room on the police officer's belt. But many people fail to recognize that government in itself, the essence of government is force and violence and the threat of coercion. That's what makes government different from most normal institutions, like Brave New Books, for example. Harlan doesn't come up to you when you walk in the door and place a gun to your head Or he doesn't tell you, hey, I have a gun behind the counter and I might shoot you if you don't buy Joel Skousen's Strategic Relocation, the book and the DVD. No, he doesn't do that. Same thing with your insurance company. Most insurance companies, I would hope. You voluntarily choose to participate in this program because you may think that it'll make your situation better, even though government forces people in all sorts of different insurance schemes. Perhaps that was a bad example. But government is unique in that it's the only institution, and everybody seems to think it's just plain Jane, it's the only institution that people can say legitimately forces people to do things against their will. Right? Like when Obamacare finally goes into effect, if people that don't have health insurance right now refuse to purchase health insurance, like myself, I'm into naturopathy. I don't have a need for Western medicine or I could potentially have a need for Western medicine, but I don't have the need for regular Western medicine. Therefore, I don't have the need for Western medicine insurance. But come, I guess it's December 2014 or something, if I haven't signed up for that insurance program, they're going to try to extract more resources from me in the form of the income tax. And I'm not going to pay that fee, but many people will pay that fee. And the reason why I'm contemplating whether or not, and just don't pay it outright, same thing with the income tax as a whole, is because there's always the constant threat of the gun in the room that's in the back of people's minds. And that's what makes taxes different from fees or different from purchasing something at a store. It's that they're extracted from you coercively. And the gun in the room is always there when many people, actually most people just get used to it, so they don't even think about the gun in the room when the time comes around. But people that are critical thinkers like ourselves, I would hope, every time you sign that check, maybe there's people in the room that actually don't file the income tax, and if that's you, you don't have to raise your hand or anything, but give yourself a pat on the back. But most of us, I would imagine, do. So every time you sign that check, I would hope you at least think about the gun in the room and think about the reason why you're actually about to give over potentially thousands and thousands of dollars. And one tactic that sometimes is a good idea is to not comply with the man until the gun is actually present in the room, and to let them know if,
how real it is.
Yeah, if you're going to force me to do something against my will, then the gun's going to have to be in the room, because I'm not going to be doing it of my own accord, and I'm not speaking personally. There's different lines, and my line's change. It's constantly evolving, my line, now that I have a daughter. But I would hope that people at least stand up when you're able to stand up, when it's a minimal risk to yourself, to your freedom, to your property, because for the most part, even people in the liberty movement that are aware of the philosophy of liberty and aware how unjust government is and immoral, we're still participating in it in so many aspects. I'm not blaming anybody. I do it myself. But again, it comes back to the idea that the way that we can diffuse the strength of the gun in the room, first we can have some guns ourselves. Multiple guns in the rooms in the hand of peaceful people. That's definitely some good competition on that front.
With really big, long banana clips.
There you go. Get them while you can. But I think it's the geographic concentration of like-minded individuals, and that's why it's always such a good, wonderful time for us to gather here at Brave New Books. And that's why we're encouraging people that are listening online right now that aren't yet living in Central Texas to check out LoneStarLibertopia.com, which is an effort to encourage liberty activists to move to Central Texas and take part in the growing liberty community and all the good things that we're doing. Because I think it's about time, as we continue to understand, everybody knows how terrible things are. All you got to do is pick out a book here at Brave New Books. Perhaps you've been reading about it from books from Brave New Books for years. But I think it's time to move past the problem and start working towards solutions. And I think we are only going to be able to genuinely create a free society when we all start opting out of the society that we reject. And in order to do that, it's important for us to be together and to get one another's backs. So we're going to be chatting with Antonio Buehler later, and of course he's somebody that's been getting a lot of people's backs and doing a lot of good work with the Peaceful Streets Project. And maybe it's a good opportunity to encourage people, if they haven't, that are here in Central Texas, to sign up for the Lone Star Liberty Bell. That's right. If you have a phone right now, you want to jot down the phone number. It's 512-34-UNITE. Essentially, the Lone Star Liberty Bell is an emergency alert system where if you get pulled over, or if you see somebody pulled over, or if you see a checkpoint, or if you're at a protest and the police are showing up, or if a sheriff knocks on your door to inspect your firearms, you call the Lone Star Liberty Bell at 512-34-UNITE, 512-34-UNITE. You leave a message on the phone line, and that message is instantly sent out to everyone that's subscribed on the system. And by now, I think there's probably over 60 or 70 people that are subscribed on the system. So the most frequent use is to report speed traps. And everybody does it all the time. There's a few of them a day. And I've actually driven past the speed trap that was reported, and I was notified. Maybe I would have been speeding. But again, it's LoneStarLibertyBell.com if you want to sign up to receive the alerts. You go to LoneStarLibertyBell.com, and you simply put your email address or your SMS text email address, and then you'll be signed up to get the subscription alerts. Or, likewise, if you see a speed trap or a checkpoint or you're pulled over, I've been pulled over twice and called the Liberty Bell, and it made me feel safe to know that my people knew where I was at the moment. Call the Lone Star Liberty Bell at 512-34-UNITE. 512-34-UNITE. And those are the type of things that we're trying to create here in Central Texas to make people feel more secure in standing up for themselves and standing up for their rights. And that's how I hope we can create peace and freedom right here in the capital of Texas.
Well, I'm down and I see that there's some dude back there, and he's I think he's ready to get hooked
JP.
up. Do we need to get a bumper music?
All right, let's get some music on.
We're gonna take just a little bit here of a break. We're gonna John's got some nice little music in the background, and we're gonna go mingle just a little bit. Let Mr. Jordan Page get prepped and all his cool stuff hooked up, and we're gonna rock out to some Liberty tunes. And for those of you listening online, and everybody in here also live, he's got this new song. And of all the things that are in the news, the gun ban thing, this song is called Arm Yourselves. And it gave me chills down my spine when I heard it months ago. Before all this big gun ban thing came up, I swear this guy's a prophet. He doesn't think I am. He doesn't think he is.
All right, we need Harlan Dietrich back here to grab his little magical music machine for me to plug in to the mixer. So we'll go ahead and fire this tune off, actually. How about some B.B. King, a little bit of blues? Caleb Leverett Show, LibertyMovementRadio.com. We're going to listen to some tunes. We'll be back with the Jordan Page. What's that?
You know they might be sending me back, right?
Yeah. Sucks.
Send me back.
News on purpose.
We got what, 4.5 minutes?
I think for 3 minutes. Till when?
Till we need to have him hooked up?
I mean, we have till whenever we get him hooked up.
What do I need to do? Get Jordan back here, get him
Yeah, grab him. We'll try to figure out exactly how we're going to hook it up. Pretty good crowd, huh?
Yeah. He's such a bad. Did you have one out?
I'm going to get some more. Jordan.
You can't find that ammo anywhere right now.
Right here, I bought several cases years ago.
I bought a case in September right before everything started going crazy.
Well, I just want you to be good with it. So that should be, if I can get 25 by February, then hopefully have enough by summer. Yeah, replacing the stocks tonight.
Plug your 400 while you're at the mic. Have that. Plug your stuff.
What's up, man?
Oh, I'm still dealing. I'm dealing with crowds. What are you going to do?
Can I get plugged into this system? Yeah, you got a board.
The best they told me.
Yeah, but you can amplify it.
Okay. Well,
Okay. All right. Do you need anything now?
Huh?
Do you need anything?
It's in my laptop.
Your phone and your phone and laptop?
My phone's in my pocket.
Actually, I'm gonna bring it up.
Where is my laptop?
It's on the chair over there. I'll be right back. Exactly.
So, what do you want to plug into? Right into our mixer? Yes. Okay. After the speakers? Yeah. That will work. Yeah. I was going to bring an amp for my house, but I thought we were going to be able to get a PA. I am at your disposal. I was thinking I'd do like 45 minutes or to an hour. If that's what you want or less or whatever you want. Why don't we do that? I don't have like a plan. It's up to you. Tell me. We'll do a chunk of your music. Like 30 minutes. We'll do a fun-paced interview, and then you can close it down. These the signs. No, I'm keep an eye on Rachel. Those are for tonight, right?
Well, I'm just using. I'm kind of like you. I don't have a plan. He's an auctioneer, and we're going to do some kind of auction of.
Caleb gets. We're just going to run it into mine. I can sign this one.
Yes, but it's going through this headphone line. But that's cool.
It's the same as running it out to the air.
One of them's going to be my first.
Well, we need to play it.
Touch on that on the radio. I'll explain how that.
Hey, John, what channel? Channel 4?
Yeah, whatever channel.
I'll have to find him. I'll find him. So then you need to also run this microphone, or whatever microphone, into yours.
Yeah, it's already plugged in. Hey, Rachel.
Cat.
That's your mom. She never refers to mom cat as cat, but she refers to cats as cats. So she's probably confused. I'm calling cat all day.
That's not a cat, that's Mama. That's not Mama. So you don't want this up here?
No.
No.
Are you ready to go on already? No? Are you busy?
Oh, I was doing amazing.
You got great news.
Well, I said it wrong. I said it in the wrong order. I said good news, a surprise. But don't worry, it's not going to change my visitation. London Fashion Fair was moving to Austin. Crocodile tears filled up. I had to pull over and say, I know we every single day.
Really? Yeah, 4 minutes, whatever.
This is not going to work. We're just going to have to mic
straight to you, or straight to you.
I'll just do his unplugged acoustic type thing.
I think it's going to be said.
These speakers aren't like that.
So you need one more mic to not just your
I'm
voice.
going to sit down. I'm going to need another mic to come up to the guitar.
And the mic stand? And the mic stand?
Yeah.
That's real. Stuff. It is.
Test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. That's not going to work either. Test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2.
Is it going through this first? Is there an effect song? Or?
Test 1, 2, 3.
Are these turned off?
Yeah, take my mic.
You got this way up. Is that one?
Test 1, 2, 3. Test.
No, you got that turned all the way up.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's gonna be over here.
Test. 1, 2.
Let's turn the music off so we can hear. Yes. Yes. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. John Bush. John Bush. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test.
How's it sounding?
Terrible. 1, 2, 3. Test. You turn the music off so he can hear. 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
You can't have this all the way up like you had it.
Yes.
Is
Which one is this on? This one is on.
I thought we were going to do the guitar through the mixer too.
You're one of those faces that I know.
Which one is this? The mic?
This is my mic. This is his mic. This is the microphone. This is Jordan's mic. My mic, Caleb's mic, Jordan's mic.
Well, you're going to have his music picking up through your mics.
We'll turn the mics off when he's playing.
1, 2. Test. 1, 2. Is that better? It's still kind of fuzzy.
Let's turn the gain down.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check.
All right, try now.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Testes. 1, 2, 3.
Testes.
1,
Testicles.
Check. Cash. Credit. Silver.
Barter.
2, 3, 4. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. If I leave here tomorrow, we should still remember me. For I must be traveling on. Somebody asked me for Stairway to Freebird once. If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me?
Signed by Jason Green. So, what else do we have?
This,
that.
I can buy a couple more money.
Too many places I've got to see. Yeah, that works.
So,
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he does show
The guitar.
Well, yeah, I have the guitar plugged in, but it was just crunch. Maybe I can try it again.
Yeah, try now.
You want to try it on? Is it on, the guitar's going over there?
No, you can go into this
Okay,
one.
good.
Yeah.
I thought he'd already.
You have an XLR.
I had a quarter inch out.
That'll work.
So it's this one.
Oh yeah, we're live on the air right now.
We are cool. I kind of thought that since this is our show.
So yeah, peace and freedom. We got Jordan Page coming up here for you guys. I'm sure you're waiting patiently through the ruckus, anticipating the JP. No, not the Justice of the Peace, but the Jester of Peace, Jordan Page. He's got those. For those of you not in the studio audience, we'll go ahead and describe Mr. Jordan Page.
Let me turn the gain down. Here.
He's got an Oath Keeper's hat on right now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's
1,
on
2,
backwards.
3. 1, 2, 3.
He's got a beautiful goatee weighing in. You can see the brown.
And he's not a terrorist.
Lighter brown. He's got a not a terrorist shirt on.
Sure, he's not a terrorist.
His pectoral muscles are about to rip through the shirt over there. He's looking like a sexy rock star. We're trying to paint a picture here.
I'm getting turned on just listening to
That's right. No wonder you spend so much time in front of the mirror.
Test, 1, 2, 3. Hey. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Honor yourselves.
I try the mic.
Test, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3, 4.
A little bit better.
I'm so glad we have the sound here. Thank you so much.
We don't have a
Coming out over the hair.
So we're here to raise money for Antonio?
Yep.
That's why I showed up tonight. Antonio Buehler, the bravest man I know. Test, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. That's doable, isn't it? All right.
Will you ask Harlan to set Antonio up with the raffle?
He's got to find the tickets.
He's looking like
Let him know that you're testing it. Well, I guess he's introduced Jordan. Down a little bit? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have any more volume on the vocal, or is that it? Test 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Right now?
1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3.
That's about all we got.
That's kind of crunchy. All right. Take me to where it's safe and we'll stay right there. That's right. I'm wearing a shirt that says not a terrorist. Not exactly a safe shirt. Test 1, 2, 3. You give me the go ahead, brother. I'm ready.
I think that's all we can do. But
all right.
That's
it's night and day from where it was.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
Everybody, give it up for the sound man. The unsung hero. Well, I'm calling you a sound man tonight because you're a man and you just fixed the fucking sound.
If we didn't have technical difficulties, this wouldn't be the bookstore, my bookstore.
Grassroots, baby.
Grassroots.
I love you, Jordan Page.
John Bush. Another one of the bravest men that I know. Fearless.
I learned it from Catherine Bleish.
Catherine Bleish. One of the bravest women I know. Anybody who's brave enough to have John Bush's babies. Or as I call them, blush puppies.
Blush puppies.
I love these people. My name is Jordan Page. Hi. How's it going? Woo! These people are I'm proud to call them my friends. Caleb Leverett. What's up, brother?
I'm just hanging. I'm ready for you to play, man.
Caleb's going to be joining the hair club for men soon with me. He's going to have his head shaved in New York.
Michael Salvi is a liar. He's a liar.
Michael Salvi. No, you're the one who put your own locks on the line.
For the right cause, the right price.
Oh,
I can be persuaded. I can be persuaded.
It's going to happen.
On stage?
On stage. I'm going to see to it.
So like guillotine style?
We need to start a band called the Garibaldis.
I can play triangle. That's about it.
Okay, so I'm going to play you a song that you guys will probably love. Pierce Morgan may not love this song, so it's called Arm Yourselves. Something greater than ourselves now. Listen, everyone, and arm yourself for the angels crashing down. Arm yourselves, all these citizens. Arm yourselves with the ghost of reason. Start and lay your armor
Some men say they won't be taken from my cold dead hands of steel. Some men live as slaves to their ignorance, but now the truth's becoming clear. So arm yourselves, for the hammer's closing down. Arm yourselves, all ye citizens. Arm yourselves to the teeth. Every day your eyes for blood until the passive man won't live to grieve. Birds are prey in the skies and murder in their eyes far below. All these clashes, quiet saying force multiplies in the street like simple nature pain. Can you hear violence burns, tail and sing away? Arm yourselves into lands for the curly gates again. And the wolves have come to deal. I can hear them at my door. If you don't celebrate, you don't sleep before you dig your grave. Pick your poison, drink it slowly. Slow down, slow, begin Act 3.
All right, folks, I want to announce we're going to be starting the raffle. Antonio Buehler will be coming around with some tickets. It'll be $1 a ticket. There's 4 opportunities to win. One big raffle with 4 opportunities to win. The first prize, 2 silver $half. That's right, real change, real money. Prize number 2. Caleb?
Which part? These?
Yeah. Get your AK-47. Fill it with ammo. Arm yourself.
Stripper clips that would probably break some laws had President King Obama already signed his executive order. I think they're, 10 per stripper clip? I believe there are. There's 40 in here, and there's 2 boxes of them. So
2 boxes. With the way silver's in demand right now, even if you don't have an AK-47 or a weapon that would fit that, you could use that as a currency, sell it at a gun show, trade it to me maybe. Third prize, a signed copy of Ron Paul, the father of the Tea Party, by none other than Austin's own Jason Ring. And prize number 4, a signed Adam versus the Man t-shirt. Right there, Caleb, if you'll model them for us.
I'm not a good model. Perhaps Michelle will be a much sexier model. Woo! He's changed his signature. He's got the A with the nice little circle, which pretty much makes sense if you actually know how to focus. Yeah, we got a bunch of them.
So that's 4 chances to win.
4, right? That's number 4?
That's number 4. First prize, 2 silver $half. Second prize, 2 boxes of ammunition. Third prize, a signed copy of Ron Paul, father of the Tea Party. And fourth prize, Adam versus the Man, signed t-shirt. All proceeds go to benefit Antonio Buehler, getting his butt up to New York City, spreading the message of liberty and encouraging people to get their asses down here.
How much are tickets again?
Tickets are $1 a piece. $1 a piece. Antonio Buehler will be coming around. Peace and freedom. Everybody wins.
You know, you do have a microphone. And
well, we get feedback whenever we go.
Oh, is it feedback? Okay.
So, without further ado, Jordan Page!
So that's a new song, Arm Yourselves. How would you guys like to see me play that for the troops? So go to libertytour.org and donate. We're trying to raise some money to put on some shows. My band and Rebel Inc. co-headlining together, playing for America's finest. So please donate to this cause, libertytour.org.
Yeah!
And also, if you want to hear that song recorded and kicking ass on a CD for you or on your iPod, on iTunes, what have you, Indiegogo.com/Jordan Page. This is grassroots, man.
All the way, grassroots. Damn right.
We have we have donation levels from $5 to $5,000. We've had all in between. I had a $5,000 donation last week.
I saw that.
Pretty awesome.
Give me his contact info.
Yeah. Or hers.
It was my mom.
Give me your contact info.
So, yeah, if you go to Jordan Page, please contribute. I'm going to play you my brand new song. I wrote this like 2 weeks ago. Make sure I'm in tune here so you're not like wishing the song was over before it's over. So I wrote this song and I was thinking about all the things that I'm pissed off about. And I said, why not put them all into one song? Let's just concentrate all of my rage into a song. So I thought about the apathy of our countrymen who just couldn't care less. There should be 700 people in this bookstore. It should be like this in here. What, you know? So I thought about the apathy of our countrymen. I thought about the military-industrial complex, the banks, the media, the indoctrination centers. I mean, public schools. And I said, I want to subvert all authority at this point in my life.
Yeah!
So even though they might not be the lawful authority, but they're the authority at the moment. So this song's called Sedition.
Yeah.
Can you handle it?
Yeah.
We're here's to the flags that cover our soldiers, with stripes run red with their blood. For young men will die in endless supply, while the real killers hide from the flood. This here's to the flag, a symbol of conquest, an empire of violence unfurled. I'll not pledge or applaud, save only to God, as I grieve for the pain in the world. But you won't consider the notion things are not what they seem. When blindness is vision, slavery is religion, and there's no waking up from the dream. Well, here's to the bankers who rob every nation with counterfeit paper deceit. Where crimes are well hidden, where records forbidden, and the poor always shoulder the heat. Yeah, here's to the banksters who silence their critics. They hold all the cards in the game. At first you will deal, and then you will kneel, for your debt's nothing more than a chain. But you won't consider the notion that things are not what they seem. When blindness is vision, slavery is religion, and there's no waking up from the dream. And here's to the giants of false information who lead populations astray. They blind you with fiction and dark contradiction, and send common sense on its way. Oh, here's to the sellouts, to corporate enslavement, the messiah's money can buy. They're the voices for war, the establishment wars, that parade on its truth as a lie. We still won't consider the notion that things are not what they seem. When blindness is vision, slavery is religion, and there's no waking up from the dream. And you can deceive the whole world in the past, forced in your sway. Here is the lesson we learn as he catches up with us today. Well, here's to the centers of indoctrination, controlled by the power elite. You're taught to be numb till you're blind, deaf, and dumb, and prepared to accept your defeat. Oh, I warn you, disinterested, weeping children, born to the chains that you bear. For the prison is high, and the hour is nigh, as you march to your doom unaware. But you consider emotion, things are not what they seem. For your silent submission and acts of contrition have kept you enslaved in a dream. Oh, you consider emotion, things are not what they seem. For the purpose and missions no less than sedition, and we're all waking up from the dream. And the purpose and missions no less than sedition, for we're all waking up from the dream. We're all waking up from the dream. Thank you.
We love you, Jordan Page!
Did you like that one?
I love Jordan
That
Page.
one's brand new.
They're all good. You heard it here first, folks.
I did a little house concert last night in Fort Worth, and I played this song. They really liked it. I wrote this song in response to a conversation I had with a lady who, when I mentioned to her that there was this possibility that 9/11 might have been an inside job, she just about did an exorcist head spin on me. She really freaked out, started insulting me and everyone that we were sitting with who thought I had made good points, got up and screamed and just stormed off. She had a literal mental and emotional breakdown. And so I said, I gotta write a song that will help people who have this kind of reaction to not have their brains come out of their ears when I say 9/11 was an inside job.
Because you melt faces. You melt faces.
I melt faces, but this is a little more easy for the sheeple, I think, to digest. You tell me. This is dedicated to Building 7, called Number 7.
Difficult to see the race we run. Prison walls invisible and close us when we're young. The warnings of our predecessors spin from silent tongues, while the race for wisdom lost out. While we were having fun. So I said, whatever happened to building number 7? The answer's there, but no one ever dares to ask the question. Yeah. But each and every war is always founded in deception. There's something they're not telling us. So you'll never find a jail for rotting tattletales. They have all their holy grails buried with them each and every one is always found in deception. There's something that I conspiracies are tapestries, sewn one stitch at a time around the windows of your mind, till you've gone completely blind. That the culprits of the crime are fast escaping. But I would know the truth, no matter how my heart would break. I would stand alone, awake, unafraid of my mistakes, never to forsake what's real for what is fiction. So I said, whatever happened to building number 7? The answer is never, no one tells you ask that question. Like JFK, the fateful day, November 22nd. There's something that I'll tell you. Excuse me while I make a fuss. But it's for each and every one of us to know. Are you happy to believe what you are told and stay in mind? While the lies they tell grow more bizarre and wild all the time. And the truth once passed as fiction saturates the headline news, and the world hangs in a balance frames. It's up to you to choose. Do you think you can handle that song? I know you can handle it. Do you think you can handle it? You want to do your thing? Yeah.
Keep it going.
One more song?
Yeah.
These are all songs from the new record. Contribute. Indiegogo.com/Jordan Page. Look it up. The guys they're making the Gray State movie. You guys see the trailer? Everybody seen the trailer for Gray State? Yes? Those guys, you haven't seen it? Dude! Get on YouTube and look Gray State. It'll blow your mind. Those guys made my pitch video for Indiegogo, and they're also directing the Arm Yourselves music video that will be part of the Indiegogo project. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty badass.
He did the part.
Technical issues.
Grassroots.
This song is called Already Gone. It's a sentiment that I have over all of this shit. Some people see the new world rising. Some people want to watch it burn. Some people find it so surprising. But Some people want to see us die. Some people want the Constitution to save them from their Frankenstein. I've been waiting so long. I think it's gonna be a big Some people love the stimulation. Some people just prefer the light. Some people like the motivation. The rest are all just hypnotized. Get ready to run. I can see it's finally the big one.
Done. It was cute while it lasted. It was cute while it lasted. The constitutional thing, 200-something years, it's cute.
Alright, you guys do your thing.
I'm gone.
Well, we're actually going to do an interview with you.
Alright, should I sit?
Yeah, you can sit on a stool like MTV Unplugged.
And a spotlight. Where's our spotlight operator?
seats in John Bush's pants.
Wowee. I wonder why we're getting the feedback.
I turned the guitar off.
Yeah, I know, and we weren't getting feedback earlier with that mic on. But we are now.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's
Hey, James, will you turn the main mix on that mixer down a little bit over there?
He likes it.
Peace and freedom! No, down more. Actually, just kill it all together. We'll just be loud.
No mics?
No, we're going to use mics, just not the house mics, or the house system. So, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. All right, folks, right now we're going to record a pre-recorded segment for a radio show I do. It's called the Rise Up Radio Show, every Monday through Friday. Yeah! Peace and freedom! Gotta love it. It's called the Rise Up Radio Show. It's every Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to listen live, you can listen on lrn.fm online. Or you can go to riseupradio.com, and the podcasts are all featured there. So right now, my good buddy James Benefico is going to join me up here. He actually does a weekly segment on the show called Movement Music, where we interview and feature music from Liberty artists. And what better Liberty artist that we can think of than Jordan Page, and how convenient that he happens to be sitting here right now. All right, so we're going to check our levels here real quick. Jordan, if you give us a little test. Yeah, we don't need
test. 1, 2, 3. Liberty, T.
And James, if you'll talk on the microphone there.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2, all right.
Chickity check.
Chickity check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. Okay, we should be back on the live stream. We are in the middle of an interview with Jordan Page. It's a interview we're going to be playing on the Rise Up Radio Show, and we were chatting about the song Arm Yourself And Jordan Page is here telling us that he wrote the song with the purpose of creating the atmosphere, the sounds that it would be like. The second one's the instrumental. And unfortunately, that's a reality that we face here in the United States of America. There is possible gun confiscations that could go on. It sounds like it's going to take place in New York State already with the Senate passing that bill. What are your thoughts on particular states going ahead and passing these bills for gun control?
I think that's the biggest sign of weakness and corruption there is, because the states have more power than the federal government does. You know, I mean, the 10th Amendment clearly gives the states the right to say no. You know, I mean, they don't have, like, nullification is a very powerful tool that we have in the political system. Not that I have any faith in the political system. However,
just to be clear, we don't want any credibility harm now. Come on.
But at the same time, as long as we're going to validate the corrupt system by even talking about it, then we're talking about it. And the state legislatures have the right to say, no, we're not going to enforce this, and if you try to enforce this, we're going to have your agents arrested. And lots of states are starting to wise up to that and get on board with that. I think there are a lot of them are watching Jason Riggs' film Nullification and reading Tom Woods' book Nullification as well. And I just think it's a tremendous sign of the times that New York State is signing on to this and allowing this to happen. But another sign of the time that's very encouraging is all the gun shows across America.
Yeah.
Where there's 10 million gun sales that just happened over the last week or so. You're not going to go and buy, a $900, AR-15 and ammunition for that, thinking you're going to be giving it up the next week. People are going to gun shows, buying guns, knowing for the purpose of using them, for the purpose of defending themselves, their families against totalitarianism. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is real. This is happening now. This isn't some dream. It's not a movie. This is life. This is what's going on. People have to pay attention and figure out what side of the line they're on.
Yep.
Yeah, and also remember something else. The people who are against guns don't hate those people. They're coming from a place where they're coming from a place of nonviolence. They want the violence to end. They just don't have the vaguest conception of how that could actually happen. And they think that you can cure the headache by cutting off the head.
Yep.
That's not how it works.
Yep.
Not how it works in the 21st century. Guns will never go away. They exist. Even if they exist in a warehouse somewhere, they exist. And whoever has them has control. You disarm the American people, the whole country is going to go completely downhill.
Yep, and Stefan Molyneux made a great point on your show yesterday. He said that no one's actually for gun control, no one having guns. They're for a gun monopoly. They just want the government and the police to have the guns and not the citizens of the country. So it's kind of hypocritical.
Yeah, well, people think that having a 10-round clip versus having a 30-round clip makes a big difference. Gun-free zones are a big part of the problem. If I'm a psychopath and I want to make a name for myself and be famous and kill a bunch of people, I'm going to go to a gun-free zone. That's what you would probably end up doing because you won't meet with any resistance. You'll have the most impact. You'll be the biggest monster you can possibly be. And if the teachers at Sandy Hook were armed and the principal was armed, that would not have happened because they wouldn't have walked in there in the first place because he would know. I've seen study after study where interviews with criminals in prisons. What's your biggest deterrent from going in for breaking into someone's house? Well, that they might be armed. I don't want to get shot. I want to get away with what I'm trying to do, so I'm going to go to a house where I don't think they have guns.
Jordan, I grew up in Connecticut, actually about a half hour away from Newtown. And Connecticut already has some of the strongest gun control laws in the country. The people up there are terrified of guns. Like, even just mentioning the word scares people. So they just do not understand. They don't get it up there. It's a different culture. So
they'll understand it when someone's kicking in their door, whether it's a jackbooted government thug or a crackhead just trying to, get a fix on something.
Private or public criminals.
Private or public criminals.
I'm much more afraid of the public criminals.
Me too.
Because you got to think twice before shooting back with them.
I'd love to keep talking about this, but we're running a little low on time. So I want to make sure you could plug your whole Indiegogo crowd.
Sure. We got a lot of things are happening right now. I got the Indiegogo campaign, which is a crowdfunding campaign to raise money for my new album, Arm Yourselves, and I played Sedition earlier, and Building Number 7, which is an ode to 9/11. Are all going to go to this record. About 17 or 18 songs out of 24 that I've got working on are probably going to be 2 albums in the end.
Yeah.
A music video and a tour. We're trying to raise some money, so go to Indiegogo.com/Jordan Page. We're also trying to raise money for a military-based concert tour with my full band and Rebel Inc. co-headlining together. We're trying to raise the money for that. Go to libertytour.org to donate to that. The PayPal is oathkeeperdfw@gmail.com. Donate to that.
Let me ask you a question, James. Why are you a Jordan Page fan?
Because he speaks the truth, and there's very few people in the world of music that do that nowadays. So make sure you check out his website, Jordan Page Music.
JordanPageMusic.com is my website. I'm on Facebook, Facebook/Jordan Page fans.
Yep. Yeah. Check it out. Donate. Join the revolution.
And on that note, we'll go ahead and end this segment of Movement Music on the Rise Up Radio Show. You can hear the Rise Up Radio Show every day, Monday through Friday from 7 to 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on LRN.FM. And we'll go ahead and play you out with the track, Arm Yourselves, from Jordan Page.
Look out. Yeah.
You have that track available, right?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
There's I'll give you the right link for it. There's a David Crowley from Grace Take did a video for it. A lot from Paul Fest. It's a live.
Excellent.
And it has both songs.
Nice.
It has the whole.
Jordan Page! Give it up for James Benefico! All right, how about more rock and roll? Hey, James, will you turn the main mix back up on the other mixer? Back to the levels it was at before.
Is Rachel Caney in here? She called me earlier. She wanted to come and maybe talk a little bit about what she's doing. Is she here?
I haven't seen her.
Test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, that sounds pretty good. That's way better than it was.
Hey, James Benefico! New sound guy. Harlan gets no love. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sounds good. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, there is a raffle going on. $1 tickets, 4 chances to win. See Antonio Buehler. That's the Antonio Buehler. Buehler.
Test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
a Quincy day. Send a crawler brawling for Atlanta. Beside me, apprentice through the door. Keep a reach on the blood of a fighting boy. That's your democracy, one big hypocrisy. You want me to give my life to the country. They say sacrifice yourself today, but don't think about getting in our way. Camouflaged in black and green, one more gear in the war machine. Consequences severe, so pull your trigger quickly, dear. Our patriots are acting up, let's punish them with fear. Hey, crashing now as parades in spades march on your town. They count the votes, they bought the dream, made it vote on the war machine. So you see the plan. Endless war, a profit scam. The system's right, the news you read. Propaganda, put your seed in the minds of every generation. Captivated, try to entertain, and held in bondage. All the walls come crashing in like a baby on our sins. Choices posed by men unseen. Give yourself to the war machine.
It's Ben Bernanke's favorite Jordan Page song. Because he funds that war machine. Without him, we couldn't have one.
You funded every
That is. We fund it all when it's not worth anything anymore. John Bush gave me an awesome bumper sticker for my guitar case. It said, "Your money is." What did it say? Your money is worth less because the government's been counterfeited. Things haven't become more expensive. Your money's worth less because the government's been counterfeited.
It's true, it's true.
That sticker, they're like, I don't understand. John, what's your favorite Jordan Page song?
Message of Freedom. It's brought tears to my eyes a couple of times.
This was a letter that I wrote to my boys. They were very little. And I wrote them a letter on an airplane telling them what they should do should I disappear. Because it's not outside the realm of possibility. Every person in this room takes a risk by sticking your neck out. By standing up and acknowledging that you are no longer part of the farm Put life on the line. Should my sons and now my daughters be left without a father, I wanted them to know what I would have told them growing up. This is called The Message of Freedom.
Sometimes I write you this letter of days past and days yet to come, and the message of freedom. Message of freedom. I stand at the edge of the pages of history. Lessons unlearned. It feels like these pages are remaining unturned. Boys, it's no mystery. Children, I'm sorry to leave you this world in a state of disaster. And I was given to me in a similar state. And I woke up so late in the game. Now it's spiraling faster. Freedom's the answer. What's the question? Precisely advances. Force and aggression lead to your children the promise of something more. As God is my witness, I'll be a slave no more. Boys, listen close, our souls we depend on the actions we take and the causes we choose to defend. So treat every man as a friend. And live your own lives in their divine processions. Transform your world with yourself as expressions. Reach out your hands in time you will understand. Children, one day have become, and you'll have to remember these words and be strong. As you bring to each other your family, your faith, and your father's song. You've known this all along. Freedom's the answer. What's the question? Resist the advances. Force aggression. Lead to your children the promise of something more. As God is my witness, I'll be a slave no message of freedom, endured every tyrant, a second-rate despot. The world's ever known as the one simple reason the people have kept it alive. No end in sight to the level of violence that men in high places will sink toward the silence. The will of the people in you, it must survive. Freedom's the answer. What's the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression that lead to your children the promise of something more. As God is my witness, I'll be a slave no more. Freedom's the answer. What's the question? Seriously advances of force and aggression lead to your children the promise of something more. As God is my witness, I'll be afraid no more. sweet to be purchased with chains from our necks to our feet. Forbid this, Lord, I know not what is left. Just give me liberty, or give me death.
Alright, we're going to bring up Antonio Buehler here.
Antonio!
We're going to chat with him for a second, then we'll have some more rock and roll from Jordan Page before we wrap this up around 10 p.m. Be sure to tip your bartender, and by that I mean buy some books! Is Antonio Buehler in the house?
Let's throw him out.
Oh, he's probably cop watching up top somewhere.
He's out filming a flick.
Ha
I got CDs for sale tonight.
He's got CDs for sale.
How much are they? $15. 15 songs.
That's $1 a song. I went to a public school. I can do basic math. And that's about it.
It's a bargain at half the price.
I actually started a group in high school called the Student Anarchist Front. Well before I knew what anarchism was.
No, it's called.
Hey, James, will you kill that main mix again? Thank you.
Yeah, strangers get money.
Here he comes. Antonio Buehler!
We're going to have you on the hot seat, Antonio. And if you'll bring that light up there.
If you were a terrorist, like you weren't.
Turn to the right. There you go.
Oh, man. I wore the wrong shirt.
Talking that mic. Check 1, 2, 3. We're on the air. Rise Up Radio, or Caleb Leverett Show.
No, it's Rise Up Radio.
Caleb Leverett, the Odessa, Texas rabble rouser.
Test. Where's our
Test 1, 2. Everybody sounds good. So I need everybody's help on this. I'm trying to get Caleb Leverett to have a new nickname that sticks with him. All right? So I need your help. Every time you reference Caleb Leverett, whether it's on Facebook, tonight, in casual conversation, I strongly encourage you to check out the Caleb Leverett Show every Monday and Tuesday from 7 and 10 p.m. on LibertyMovementRadio.com. But every time you talk to him, mention him, it's got to be, oh yeah, Caleb, Texas, the Odessa, Caleb Leverett, the Odessa, Texas rabble rouser. Okay? You got to get it stick. It's still the Odessa, Texas. That's where he's from, right?
Yeah, and also the guy. I want to be backup singer for the Jordan Page band because I'm living proof that CDs have a finite number of plays. Because I'm pretty sure I like to. Oh, I'm blaming it on my kids. It's not my kids' fault. They play with my CDs all the time. About 5,000 times I've listened to Jordan Page's Liberty CD, and he's going to be back there selling his CDs. That is the limit. You can only listen to his songs 5,000 times, they break. And I'm not going to blame my kids for that one, but yeah, okay, fine, I'm a rabble rouser.
Haha, the Odessa, Texas rabble rouser. My only question is, what's a CD?
I'm
just kidding. I know what a CD is.
I'm behind. I'm behind on technology. I don't download things very well. I work on it. I'm working on it.
That's right. Peace and freedom. Don't forget, there is a raffle going on, and I think you can hear that. That's real money, ladies and gentlemen, listening online. First prize, 2 silver $50.
Yeah, you cannot print silver.
That's right.
You just can't do it.
Second prize, 2 boxes of 7.62 by, was it 39? 39 ammunition. Third prize, Ron Paul, Father of the Tea Party, a book written by Austin's own Jason Rink and signed by Jason Rink. Fourth prize, Adam vs. Kokesh. Adam vs. the Man signed autographed shirt there. And the reason why we're raising money is because we're working to send Antonio Buehler to Anarchy in the NYC so Antonio Buehler can share his message of police accountability, decentralized authority, direct action, and hopefully it'll encourage some people to get the heck out of that state. They're about to come gun grabbing, literally. It's no longer just a conspiracy theory these days. Alex Jones wasn't just blowing smoke up everyone's butts. They actually...
but he does need table manners. He needs some table manners, man. My God. His words weren't wrong, but his table manners suck.
We'll be talking about that Piers Morgan debate for decades to come. I can assure you that. I can assure you that in one form or another. But we are working to send Antonio Buehler to the Anarchy in the NYC event to share the message of freedom, to encourage people to move down here to Central Texas. So we wanted to bring him on the show again today. He was on last night on the Liberty Movement Radio, Caleb Leverett Show, and he's back on again today to chat with us. Antonio Buehler, how are you doing this evening?
Good, thank you.
So, Antonio, tell us, what's it like to be Antonio Buehler, who goes out, once a week still, cop blocking, watching the cops, who's facing felony charges, who all of a sudden has nationwide, worldwide recognition, who Peaceful Streets Project has spurred multiple spin-off groups. The Houston version of Peaceful Streets Project was just covered by the local press. They had a press conference. What's it like to be Antonio Buehler? Tell us, what's it like to be inside of your head?
Bigger britches.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty. It's been a humbling experience for sure, and I just feel very fortunate because a lot of things played in my favor, and the reality is that the overwhelming majority, I guess everyone, I don't know the last time this many people are probably behind someone who's been, falsely accused of a crime. So I just feel very lucky and fortunate that I'm in this position, because I know that most people just have the system thrown at them. They have to pay thousands of dollars in legal fees. Sometimes they don't even make bail. Sometimes, and a lot of times they end up going to jail for a crime they didn't commit. And not as bad, obviously, but still pretty bad as going to jail for a crime that you didn't commit, is having a lot of your friends and family and people in society assume that you've done something bad and turn their back on you. And so I'm just as unlucky as I was to have to, have come across Zaborski on New Year's Day in 2012. Everything that has happened after that, I'm a pretty lucky guy. So I just feel very fortunate.
Would you take it back if you could? Would you have not pulled into that gas station or not pulled out your camera if you had the opportunity to take it back? Because bear in mind, you're still risking 2 to 10 years in jail. Would you have done anything differently that night?
Well, I didn't get shot, so that's good. And I do feel like we'll beat this, and I feel like there's been a really strong movement that's come out of it. So, no, I wouldn't have done anything differently other than I would have had video capabilities. So I could have recorded the whole thing. I played it back in my head. I don't know what I could have done differently that would have been better. Zaborski was intent on coming after me and escalating the situation, and there's not much I could have done.
Here's to no regrets. So, Antonio, tell us, what is the message that you're hoping to bring to the people of New York City?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that because I wasn't quite sure. When we launched the Peaceful Streets Project and we had a bunch of great people here in Austin, a lot of activists come together to try to figure out what was the best way to use my situation as a platform to try to take on police abuse. One of the things that we decided to do was that we were going to be nonpartisan, non-political, direct action. We weren't going to try to change laws. We weren't going to try to pass new laws to protect us against the police. We weren't going to try to get involved with city politics. We were going to engage in direct action to try to change the culture, get people to stand up for one another, to flex their rights, and to hold the police accountable, not by begging the government to ask them to do so, but by ostracizing and embarrassing the criminal cops who break the law, and by supporting one another and letting the cops know that if they come after us, we'll band together and we'll stand up to them. So I think that a lot of anarchists, people with anarchist or even a libertarian philosophy behind them, I think that a lot of times, and liberty movement in general, a lot of times we sit there and we talk about how bad the government is, and once the government crosses this line, then we're going to do something, and then we just keep backing up and we keep drawing new lines. And I think that this is a way that we can take take the power back into our own hands and try to diminish the validity of the state and encourage people to live free lives.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And you make a really good point about drawing the line, and I think it's absolutely of the most important that everyone draws their own line in their own mind, and you don't have to speak what that line is or tell everybody what it is or include it in your status update on Facebook, but it's important to have a line and know that when that line is drawn, it's your final straw, and that's when you say no. Because if you don't have a line, or if you choose a line and allow them to push you back behind that line, as we said before, it's only a matter of time before you're pushed back all the way into the train to Auschwitz. And it's a little bit too late when your guns are already gone and when everyone's already downtrodden and when half of the people are already sent to the re-education camp or whatever. And it's weird because I've been in tune with what's going on in the world, and I've been listening to Alex Jones. I turned on him in 2002, so I've been well versed on what's going on and the possibility of FEMA camps and gun bans. But I've always said it in discussion, but still in the back of my mind seemed like, this isn't really going to happen. It's not going to happen here, maybe in a different historical time period, but I think we are on the precipice of some really nasty things that are going to take place in this country. Nasty things take place in this country all the time. All the time. We see it all the time on YouTube. We may seem somewhat insulated here. Well, hell no, we're not insulated here. I'm sure there's many people in this room that have spent time in prison for victimless crimes. It's right here on our doorsteps. But thankfully, there's people like Antonio Buehler, Caleb Leverett, every single person in this room, and we are standing up. We're standing up together. It's only a matter of time before these tyrants are forced to respect our rights, because we're going to stand up and show them that we are free people, and no matter what they think, we're going to exercise our freedom to the fullest extent and fullest possibility.
I want to make just a slight rebuttal on drawing the line in the sand and not necessarily speaking about where it is. I encourage not just myself, my children, but anybody I run into, make your line in the sand known. I'd say make it very known. I mean, you don't have to be obnoxious about it and bullhorn it everywhere you go. But if you're asked or just casual conversation, I say display your line in the sand. Make it known there is a line, a certain value, a certain moral, a certain thing you will not do. Yeah. Which is essentially why I pretty much Barack Obama'd my own career with the drone because I posted a video about my line in the sand, and my career as far as what I've been doing the last 18 years is shot because, like I said earlier, I have a moral objection of drilling and putting a potential toxic waste, a well in someone's backyard. I posted the video. I've since taken it down. I'm very open about it. I took it down merely because it involved a third party. That is the part I do regret. If it was just me and I was the only one involved, then it'd still be up and they could just do whatever they want to. But I say make your line in the sand very well known, because there might be someone out there who thinks, I've got this line in the sand, but I feel like I'm alone and I don't want to get ostracized. But, oh, crap, look at YouTube. Look at that Facebook post. Look at this guy who met it on the corner of the street or even at a church or anywhere you might be. Yeah. He thinks like I do. Yeah. I'm not alone. I might be not weird. So I say make your line in the sand known, but that's just my very humble opinion.
Right.
That's good. It's good.
And it could give people courage.
You give me courage, brother. I watch your live stream. I watched whenever that lady cop told you needed to step aside while you're doing. You said, "No, I'm just fine right here." I mean, you asserted some. And she said, "Okay, it's beautiful, man." And you caught it on camera. How awesome!
We also caught a couple times when the guy said, "Okay, you're under arrest," but they confiscated the camera, so we don't have.
You had to give them. I think one of the best examples of people publicly drawing a line in the sand is the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't get more public than that for a line in the sand. Too bad it was betrayed by the 1789 Constitutional Convention. Sorry to throw that out there. But if you got a beer in your hand, let's put it up for the line in the sand to courage and conviction.
Yeah. Line of beer. There you go.
All right, so again, this is a fundraiser for Antonio Buehler, so if you haven't yet contributed, if you want to contribute straight to the Brave New Books tip jar, go ahead and do that. We do have a raffle going on. 4 chances to win, $1 a ticket. First prize, 2 silver $half. That's real money, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to it cling as I drunkenly drop it. Second prize is 2 boxes of 7.62 by 39 ammo for your AK-47, or you could use it as a currency because it's in high demand right now.
Even if it's not 7.62 by 39, it's 7.62 by 54. It really doesn't matter. You can use it as a currency, as a medium of exchange.
Is that to hunt deer?
No, it's to shoot people who try to steal your liberty.
Speaking of drawing lines, the third prize is Ron Paul, Father of the Tea Party, right here by Jason Rink. He's here tonight. He signed the book. And the fourth prize is a signed T-shirt by Adam Kokesh, Adam versus the Man. Antonio's going to come around one more time only, ladies and gentlemen. You got one more chance to win, $1 a ticket over, what do we got? This is about almost $30. This is a $15 book. That's $45. I'd probably say those are probably about $25 a box, $30 a box. We'll say $100. The shirt, it's signed by Adam Kokesh.
Adam
That's
would
invaluable.
say his shirts are worth $2,000 a piece with his signed signature on there.
We'll call it $125 worth of prizes, 4 chances to win. It's probably illegal what we're doing here, but who gives a damn? Peace and freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Antonio Buehler. Give it up for Antonio Buehler and Beautiful Streets Project. All right, enough of the yapping. We're going to bring Jordan Page back up here to give us a little bit more of a taste of rock and roll from the Liberty perspective. I think James Benefico put it quite succinctly. Jordan Page kicks ass because he speaks the truth! Where's he at? Come on down. Jordan Page, you're the next contestant on Price is Right.
Likeness I'm likely to look like on the 420 event.
What are you going to talk about at the 420 event, Caleb? You got a speaking slot there.
I'm not going to give it all away, but I will just say this. My beautiful activist friends, such as yourself, Adam Kokesh, and many, many, many more. I mean, hell, even Jordan himself. And I'm going to leave a whole bunch of people out, so I'm not going to name no people. There are those type of people, and then there are what I have been personally labeled because of my YouTube videos, the fractivists. If you are not familiar with hydraulic fracturing, look it up.
Look it up, people.
It will affect you someday. The gas holes, if they find their precious resources underneath your property and you do not legally own the minerals underneath you, you are intercoursed beyond belief. And so one of my topics, I'm not going to give away the other one, but one of them is I'm going to bring together, given the situation I'm in, because I've been in the oil field for so long, I'm going to try my best to bring together the fractivists and the activists.
Yeah.
The Molyneux of the world. He's not really an activist, he's more a philosopher, but you know what I mean.
Philosophy is activism.
Now,
right?
and I've not seen the movie. Have you? And if you've not seen the movie, I'm going to. There is a movie by a statist-ass shit guy named Matt Damon, who's a wonderful actor, and he's made a movie, and I encourage you to go see it called, what was it? What is it?
Frack Nation or something.
No, not Frack Nation. Is it Homeland? Gasland was the guy. Just Google it. Fracking Matt Damon. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't want to frack Matt Damon.
Don't frack. Jordan, do not frack Matt Damon. I said Google it. I don't want to Google Matt Damon.
So Matt Damon is quite the statist, I hear.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he's made some statist remarks, but it's just a fact that there are some extremely talented statists.
What were his statist remarks?
Well, I don't have them in front of me. You're putting me on the spot, and I just simply don't have an answer. I'm not going to.
Well, I think he was a big Obama supporter.
No,
and if you're a big Obama supporter,
you're obviously a statist.
Now that's.
No, the movie was funded by Arab Oil.
Nobody heard that except who was online. Sorry,
that's statist ass shit.
It was a sound clip that's funny, but nobody heard it, and now it's awkward.
No, the awkward
pauses.
The online world heard it nice and clear. Of course, if you're a regular of the Caleb Leverett Radio Show on LibertyMovementRadio.com, you have heard that clip many times, along with the. There's babies in here. Should I say it?
The D-bag of the day?
Oh, yeah, the douchebag of the day. Douche is not, I mean, they sell douches in the supermarket.
So Caleb Leverett has a segment on his show that's called the douchebag of the day. And I'm going to go ahead and cue up the sound wave here, and we're going to get Caleb to tell us.
Now, we need nominations. Who is the biggest douchebag that you've come in contact with? Or, not personal, it's got to be a public figure.
Senator Feinstein!
Yes! We'll just go ahead and give that.
Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen.
Drum roll, please, by Jordan Page, nominated the Douchebag of the Day Award.
Nominated by Jordan Page, seconded by everyone else in the room. This is for you, Senator Dianne Feinstein.
The douchebag of the day. Okay, so, turn down. You're on repeat.
It's very interesting to balance.
A dual winner. The douchebag of the day, and she's some statist ass shit. No, she's a dual. That is an absolute first. Dianne Feinstein. That is some statist ass shit and the douchebag of the day.
Somebody give her a call. Let's tell her to her face. All right, folks. We're going to go ahead and quit rambling on and bring back up. I see Marika back there. I'm like, we're going to quit rambling on. She's like, yeah. Shut up. We're going to bring on Jordan Page. None other than Jordan Page! Give it up! Yeah! Jordan Page!
Encore! Oh, give me a minute. You guys are awesome.
We love you, Jordan.
Oh, I love you too.
JordanPage.com.
Jordan Page Music.
JordanPageMusic.com. Who's JordanPage.com? Obviously not his alter ego.
Porn site.
Nice.
I get asked that a lot. Is Crank My Cat a porn site? No, it's not a porn site.
It's not only a porn site.
It's much more than that. It's also a social networking site.
If I could make some money on it, I'm actually tempted. I might make it a porn site. I might star in it.
All right. He'll star in it with you if you donate tonight. What? Hey, wait a second. Tracy Ward is listening online. Tracy Ward from Kansas City, give it up!
I've heard good things of Tracy Ward from Kansas City. Really good things.
She's great. She ran for city council. She got like 43% of the vote for city council. 46%. She only spent like $3,000. Her opponent spent like $100,000.
Cool.
Kind of like Laura Presley.
Laura spent $30,000.
I'm talking about Tracy Ward.
Can you give me back online?
Let's give it up for Laura Presley!
Yeah! Go for it!
I need sound, brother.
Sound man.
Oh, yeah, he's got to switch over there.
Test 1, 2, 3. I don't know, something. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Crunchy acoustic tonight, people.
Grassroots.
Check.
It's alright. It's good. Something good.
This is a song that started a whole new path in my life because I wrote this song without knowing anything
wrote this song in the middle of the night. It was like a storm, like a flash, and it just happened, and I read it. After I wrote it, I read it for the first time, and I said, what the hell is this? And I was scared, really, really scared to play this song. And I got my balls together and played it in front of 350 people one night, like 3 weeks after I'd written it. And no one threw tomatoes. No one lynched me after the show. They all stood up and applauded because they felt the same way, and I had no idea. So I spent the next year and a half with my tinfoil hat on. I just wished I would just come the fuck to bed. It's 3 a.m, Jordan. Aliens are not attacking tomorrow. The Illuminati's not going to get you. I beg to differ. But this song really changed my life. It's called Pendulum. Fact and fiction, and wrestling with demons, small bottle prisons, and talking to sinners, that claim to be Christian, and shouting at leaders, that claim to be listening, opinion swings from the left to the right, as momentum increases, the need for the fight, like a moment of blindness, in a lifetime of sight. I am caught somewhere in the middle. I saw a president blind to the needs of his people. Saw a camel that passed through the eye of a needle. Saw a group of old men whose money was evil. Saw a cross breaking free from the cage of a steeple. Saw beggars and cripples dying in squalor. The son whose sins had exceeded his father. Saw a nation of savers whose dreams were forgotten, and a bushel of apples from a tree that was rotten. A pendulum swings from left to right, as momentum increases, the need for the fight, like a blindfold when it's time to walk toward the light, and I'm lost somewhere in the middle. I heard the echo of suffering in the valley of laughter, heard the rumble of earthquakes falling under the water. I heard a cold chester whose forked tongue was twisted, told us of dangers that never existed. Heard voices that claimed to be moral and righteous, whose lies and deceit were all dark and contagious. Heard talk of a country that values freedom, but when I protested, I was arrested and beaten, and the pendulum swings from the left to the right, as momentum increases, the weight and the height. But if nobody's listening, is anyone alive? 'Cause I can't seem to find the key to the riddle. I met a young woman with a baby inside her. I looked, but there wasn't a safe place to hide her. I met an old man with a face like a mirror. He showed me his sadness so I could see clearer.
rice and cheeses. He pretends that his orders come directly from Jesus. He sends out our children to strange foreign soil to kill for the right to monopolize oil. I'm raising my voice against a house of derision that words of freedom with short-sighted vision. I'll sing a new song about civilization and the rise of wisdom, the death of a nation. I'll lift up the veil, it's light of the holy, and remind all the people your change happens slowly. I'll scream out in vain to the echoes of heaven and pray that the world don't end up where it's headed. There's a pendulum swings to the left to the right. As momentum decreases, the end is inside. But there's a lunatic headed our future tonight. Tonight, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle.
Thanks very much.
I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, we need encore. I just had a live stream and I'm playing with this right now. So you'll be live stream, okay?
Sound man, what's your name?
My name's Harlan.
Harlan.
Yeah.
Could you maybe EQ this a little bit more?
Yeah.
It got a little crunchy since last time you had it
I
on.
think it was the interview, so let's just turn the game down.
Everybody give it up for Harlan.
Yeah, he's also the owner of Brave New Books. That's really cool.
This fine establishment.
That's right. He knows his stuff.
All right, try that.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. Test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Where's that host at?
Test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. The guitar I'm pretty happy with, just the vocals are kind of crunchy.
Alright, so.
No crunchy.
Check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does anybody have any requests?
Frontline.
Front lines. I haven't played that in a long time.
Revolution number 9. Breaking the wall.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to retire that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last song.
Last song, folks. Make it a good one.
Well, Heather wants to hear front lines.
Sorry, guys.
When Heather says do something, do it.
Put you on YouTube.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
What it is, maybe these.
That's good, man. We'll make do. Thank you, Harlan. Take a good look around as the light rolls in and the smoke covers all the symmetry of sin. Put your eyes to see and your heart will grieve for a fight you cannot win. On the front lines, brother, I see your pain. Though I
someone else's game. A soldier's taking aim on the front lines. Take a good look around at the empty halls of your schools laid bare with graffiti walls. All your classrooms bursting at the seams with 1,000 broken dreams. On the front lines I've seen miracle, though their hands are tied and their faces low. In the war we wage for children's songs, the teachers where you run on the front you will see the events leading up to World War III. Those who can't speak out, or you'll get locked down and they'll throw away the key. On the front lines, I see the path of shame, and I'll use my voice to prevent the same sort of godless, mindless, evil game. The fear would make us blame. On the front lines we risk everything. Land Washington, hear the people sing with 100 million voices crying out, let freedom ring. On the front lines. Antonio, Buehler, Leverett, John Bush. Bring the books, Harlan. Thank you for hosting the event. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, that was a nice extended yell. I don't know who that was coming from. Alright, without further ado, folks, we're going to raffle off these wonderful prizes. Where's Antonio Buehler? There he is. Alright. We'll start from the bottom. Last but not least, Adam the Kokesh signed shirt. I guess we have different sizes.
Yeah, well, whoever wins, they can pick out. There's
You got
all the way up to 2XL, so.
And we just added a Jordan Page CD.
Yeah!
Signed, and you now have 5 chances to win. Extra bonus. Any last takers? Anybody?
Last takers.
Last chance? One
more lotto.
Okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and start with the Adam the Man and versus Man signed shirt. Let's go ahead and get it on. Ready? The raffle? Who's going to draw? Not me, somebody else. Caleb has tickets in there.
I got tickets.
I don't have tickets.
Anybody from the front row? Alright, be on strong. 975. Number 975, come on down. All right. Look at his shirt. Pick a size.
Which size would you like?
A size.
Well, I guess women's sizes, so.
Big winner, Piece of Freedom. All right, next we'll be giving away Ron Paul, Father of the Tea Party by author Jason Rink, signed by Jason Rink. Drum roll, please. And the number is
942.
942. Come on down. You've won a book by Jason Rink. Signed
942.
by Jason Rink. 942. Come on down. Is the big winner. No. It's false line.
Yes!
Oh,
I know because it started with fun and
all right, and next up, the Jordan Page CD. Drum roll, please. 875. Come on down. Get yourself some ammo. It's not illegal yet. Grab it right again.
It's the ammo?
Oh, it's the CD. It's the CD, actually.
Well, I already got it, but I'll give it to somebody who needs it.
Nice, speak my language. I like it. All right, next up, 2 boxes. The grand prize is the silver. 2 boxes of 762 by 39.
Makes a nice little jingle.
055. Come on down, get your ammo.
We are raffling off ammunition.
So you're going to need to register for that?
No, let's just break some laws.
Yeah, peace and freedom. Down for man. All right, and the grand prize, which is probably worth less than the second prize, but nonetheless.
Hey, you got it? Oh, you got it.
2 silver $50. The grand prize winner. Thank you for participating in the raffle. The number is
925.
925. Come on down. Don't forget to tip your bartender. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all rigged.
You don't have to go home, but you gotta get the votes! Peace and freedom, JordanPageMusic.com, CraigMyCat.com, Rise Up Radio tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., LRN.FM, LibertyMovementRadio.com, Brand New Bookstore, buy some products, keep the lights on.
Liberty Movement Radio.
LibertyMovementRadio.com. You can probably still hear us for the live stream.
Yeah, we got another 4 minutes.
We're signing out here in 4 minutes on the live stream. This has been the Caleb Leverett Show. CrankMyCat.com. Peace, freedom, liberty, prosperity, sustainability, respect, love, virtue, equality, but not the socialist kind.
Yeah, there's 4 largest. Take one. Alright, I gotta break this stuff down quick. How'd we do? We raised like I have no idea. Are we still running down? Pretty intermittent, and we'll wind it up.
Did you check your Facebook stuff? Yeah. I have 1,000 people. I wouldn't say most of them wait for the church after I try sharing, but I'll give people the picture. I know they do a lot of work. It's called Antioch.
Are you friends with them?
I have friends there.
I got it. You gotta make it an introduction. I make a small position off of sales perpetuity. I'll cut you in. If you can get me another meeting and they say yes. Yeah. Save some children, make some money.
Yeah.
Get help.
I know a couple of guys I've talked to.
Awesome. That's for real.
And for those of you listening online, this is John Bush. We will be signing out here shortly. I don't know where Caleb ran off to, but it's been the Caleb Leverett Show. We've been rocking and rolling, moving and grooving, Liberty Movement Radio. Check out Caleb Leverett every Monday and Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. He's rocking and rolling, giving you what you like.
That's good.
Caleb Leverett.
That's the indoctrination centers.
CrankMyCat.com, LibertyMovementRadio.com. You can hear me tomorrow morning, every Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. on LRN.FM. Be sure you tune in on Thursday. We'll be having Antonio Buehler live in studio for the Peaceful Streets podcast, the premier Peaceful Streets podcast. That's right. We got Caleb Leverett coming in the room. I'll just keep filling some room. Who knows who's out there in radio land? FBI, DHS, ICE, DEA, TSA. You name the letter, and we're against them. Down with the police. Down with the DHS. Down with tyranny. Up with freedom. Up with justice. Up with peace. Up with community. This is how John Bush fills empty space on the radio. For the last 2 minutes. Simply by saying words like peace, freedom, prosperity, health, love, joy, kinship, brotherhood, love, friendship. Hey, Caleb. So Caleb Leverett's going to come and sign you off and say goodbye. We're coming up on 10 o'clock, the end of the show. Caleb Leverett, say goodnight to your lovely fans. This has been John Bush. I'm tuning out.
There's one
Caleb,
more
thanks for
minute,
having me.
yes. I didn't know there was one more minute. Yes, thank you all so very much for coming out and for donating. Go to LibertyMoveRadio.com. There is a little link there for the chip-in. It used to look like a little pharmaceutical pill. It's now the chip-in to help all of this fantastic stuff for the Anarchy in NYC. Thank you all so much very much. This is Caleb Leverett of the Caleb Leverett Radio program, reminding you to always think outside the government and question everything. I'm out. Peace, homies.
Woo!
Doubt that you could be a terrorist or harboring terrorists, but we're not going to give the definition of terrorism because that would mean that we actually have to give an explanation of what a terrorist is. I mean, from what I understand, they're even trying to include children in that now. Why? Because there are reports that I've seen conflicting reports, but well over 100 children, which, by the way, is more than what's been killed in America by guns. I know guns are the most scary thing in the world, not to mention that more people die by overdosing on pills, okay? Not to mention that 2/3 of all children, ladies and gentlemen, 2/3 of all children, okay, that are in foster care homes, okay, are on some kind of pharmaceutical drug. Now, let me ask you something.
The second leading cause of fire deaths for older adults is heating. Hi, I'm Rob Neal from the United States Fire Administration. To make sure you'll stay warm and safe this winter, follow these life-saving tips. When buying a space heater, look for the auto-off feature should the heater fall over. Keep space heaters at least 3 feet away from other objects. Your fireplace should have a screen large enough to catch flying sparks or rolling logs. This message is brought to you by the United States Fire Administration, your local fire department, and this radio station.
Arm the Snake here. Are you the victim of forced tax slavery? Are you tired of the religious right-supporting neocon warlords and then trying to tell you what's moral? Tired of being forced to pay for violent dictators' vacations, all the while you can't afford one of your own? Then you need to call The Aftermath with Carlos Beltran and Jason Danger Snakearm every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and come see how we can help you free yourself and enjoy some great tunes while we're at it. Oh yeah, too hot to handle, too cold to hold, and the beat goes on.
The Caleb Leverett radio program is dedicated to debunking the delusional American mythology known as statism, which is merely the belief that the majority of human population must be controlled by psychotic, lying, cheating, stealing, murdering authoritarians known as politicians, whom most Americans despise and adore at the same time, which is nothing short of political Stockholm Syndrome. So if you're ready to unplug the cord from the back of your neck and enter into the realm of absolute truth, then join us live Mondays and Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Central at www.libertymovementradio.com.
Georgia. Hi, this is Willie Nelson. Alcohol prohibition didn't work in the 1920s, and marijuana prohibition isn't working today. It's time we stopped arresting responsible marijuana smokers. It's the fair thing to do.
For more information, contact NORML, the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. Call toll-free 888-67-NORML or visit their website at norml.org.
Hey guys and gals, you're listening to Liberty Movement Radio. My name is Chris Cantwell, host of the new show, The Brink of Bedlam. This is edgy, uncensored, paradigm-shattering talk radio that will make you want to laugh, cry, and go for your gun, all within a single 2-hour time slot. Make sure to check us out Saturdays from noon to 2 p.m. Eastern or on demand at brinkofbedlam.com. We tackle everything from politics to pornography, so give the kids a coloring book and join us on The Brink of Bedlam.
He was. Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
You're listening to Liberty Movement Radio on LibertyMovementRadio.com.